There should be more cuprite. Let me see. And 1 part aquafortis.
Okay, there's a lot of notes in this game, so I will maybe read important ones, but for some of these I would just let you read them yourself. It's easy to view them in in any high quality on YouTube, so I'll just flip through each page if there's more than 1 page, but this is only 1 page for this one, so I'll usually linger over them for a few seconds, give you a chance to pause the video, and then you can just look at it yourself. One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I am able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I'm better than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint, where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. A safe return to where? And from where? Something flailing about in the water. Ominous. Okay, the lack of a chimney has destroyed a few of the, I guess, chemicals, so he had to go move them to the wine cellar apparently. Alright, I think that's everything. So the other door's locked, so that only leaves the upstairs, because everything else is blocked off by that shadow. Yeah, you have to look in every corner in this place, because there's goodies all around. If you don't collect them, you'll be paying for it later on. And that is not a joke, because some of the levels in this game are pant-shittingly scary. This level annoyed me when I first got here, because there is a constant audio track in this place, which is just some old kind of moaning, I guess. It's really disturbing after a while, because it's so low, it's barely audible, really. But you can hear it.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
One moment. Okay guys, sorry about that. I had to pause the video to take care of business. Oh yeah, let's see back to looting. The part about Daniel is his expedition to, I think it was Saudi Arabia or something, or Egypt. It's one of the two. I'll probably pick it up here in a bit and see what it was. But yeah, he was an expedition for a museum to collect artifacts or some. He's an archaeologist. I know that at least. It's been a while. Daniel, stop freaking out. There's a light source right here. Chill. Okay, that's everything for this room. Light. Shove your face in it. Oh yeah, that's another scary part of the game, because there's always these constant moaning going on around the corner. And you don't know when it's actually real or when it's actually a monster coming to get you. Coming to give you a nice hug.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
So yeah, during the expedition, Daniel was separated from the rest of the crew by a large stone slab. He was trapped inside. And yeah, apparently it was Algeria, which was where he led his expedition. So I was wrong twice. Okay, yeah, random book falling. Fantastic. That guy on the piano is good. I don't know if you could hear him, but he was hitting them notes. Thought I heard something. Yeah, that thing snap closed on me for some reason. Yeah, and I'll only really light sources whenever I'm gonna stay around them for a long time. Another random moan. Ah, that's a lot of blood.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Blinding. So yeah, when they were preparing for the shadow, apparently trying to make sure the place wouldn't fall apart, but yeah, it didn't look like that worked out too well. What in the hell? Damn it. Oh, fantastic. Uh-oh, freaking out.
17th May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
So yeah, Daniel had himself some crazy visions. Bring this along with me. And do some redecorating.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Okay, so by now you realize I'm not getting too freaked out by this game, but that only lasts for so long because this is one of the easier areas to deal with. It's a double-edged blade because if I was had no idea about this game, you'd also have to deal with the puzzle segments where I would just completely not know anything of what I was doing, and those would not be enjoyable. Page 1.